Welcome everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I want to discuss an important topic regarding accessibility and places of worship. Can guide dogs enter mosques? This issue is very relevant for many blind Muslims who rely on dogs to navigate the world. Let's dive into the background and different perspectives on this question. To start, it's important to understand the general Islamic position on dogs. In traditional Islamic thought, owning dogs is seen as undesirable and even prohibited by some scholars due to their saliva being considered ritually impure. However, the Prophet Muhammad made exceptions in cases where dogs provide clear benefits to humans. One hadith states that angels do not enter a house with a dog or picture in it, but the Prophet allowed keeping dogs for guarding livestock and hunting. So while dogs are discouraged as pets, their ownership is permitted if they serve an important purpose. This sets the stage for the debate around guide dogs. Can they be justified as a necessity in Islamic law? Proponents argue that guide dogs today fulfill a crucial role similar to guard dogs in the past, by protecting blind individuals and assisting their mobility and independence. In large, unfamiliar cities, blind people often have no choice but to rely on their dogs rather than human assistance, which may not always be available. Without guide dogs, they would face significant difficulty practicing their faith and going about daily life. In response, others point out that Islam places a strong emphasis on cleanliness in religious spaces. While dogs may be tolerated elsewhere based on benefits outweighing negatives, mosques require the highest standards of ritual purity according to Islamic legal traditions. Even trace amounts of dog fur or saliva could potentially violate these standards. Additionally, there are concerns about dogs distracting worshippers or causing discomfort through their presence during congregational prayers. So where does Islamic scholarship and precedent stand on this issue? The majority view is that guide dogs themselves should not physically enter the prayer hall or interior rooms where worship activities occur. However, most Islamic legal texts do consider it permissible for guide dogs to be present on mosque grounds outside of prayer areas. For example, they could wait in an enclosed outdoor area like a small kennel while their owner prays. Interestingly, the early Islamic scholar Imam Malik took the position that properly trained dogs can be considered ritually clean. But other schools of jurisprudence disagreed and saw dogs generally as impure. Nonetheless, all scholars agreed that when dog ownership provides legitimate benefits, it may be allowed as an exception to the usual restrictions. And guide dogs today certainly fulfill a benefit of enabling independent access to religious services for blind individuals. Taking this into account, many Muslim communities have tailored accessible policies allowing guide dogs on mosque property while maintaining standards of cleanliness inside. With proper training of dogs and consideration of all parties, this balanced approach aims to serve religious obligations as well as human rights. It respects both the place of dogs in Islamic legal tradition as well as the rights of disabled worshippers in today's society. Overall, we can understand this issue through both the spirit and letter of the sources. The hadith permitting beneficial uses of dogs demonstrates Islam's emphasis on serving human well-being and greater good, even through means usually prohibited. And mosques, as houses of worship, still aim to accommodate all believers to the best of their abilities. With open and understanding discussion between scholars and communities, practical solutions can uphold ritual integrity while ensuring inclusive participation. In conclusion, while guide dogs may not physically enter prayer areas of the mosque, the Islamic position has largely allowed their supervised presence on mosque grounds. This balances respecting scholars' concerns with acknowledging dogs' necessity for some worshippers today. As with many topics, diverse yet realistic views exist within Islamic scholarship. Overall, both divine kindness and the Prophet's teaching support accommodating people's legitimate needs, whether through guard dogs centuries ago or guide dogs assisting blind communities now. I hope this discussion shed some light on the debate and different perspectives involved. Please share your own thoughtful insights in the comments. Until next time, thank you for listening.